Well, hello, Ian.
Oh, hello, Dave.
How are you?
I like how we start the show like we're surprised every time.
I know.
Oh, hi.
Ah, what? Hello.
Oh, we started doing things, and then all of a sudden we have to talk.
My name's Dave.
Your name is Dave. My name is Ian.
We're TeamClearCoat. We're an automotive podcast, Ian.
Allegedly.
Speaking of automotives and podcasts, when you came over to do the podcast,
Yes.
the automotive that you drove was not your usual automotive.
Correct.
You took the Saab Turbo X wagon over instead of your beloved VW R32.
Correct.
Why?
Well, I am a really just like negligent automotive parent right now.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, first of all, I still haven't got winter tires.
Oh.
That's going to have to happen after I get back from the holidays.
Okay.
Which,
all right.
when this airs, should be already. So
Yeah.
while you're listening to this, I should be at the tire shop getting tires.
Yes.
But as of right now, that has not happened. And my summer tires they've seen better days.
You have thread showing.
I don't think that I do.
You do on your rear driver's side tire.
That's fine. That's not true.
It is.
It might be a little.
It is definitely true.
And then also, my battery died.
Okay. All right.
With the cold, because we got
Little
it
cold
dropped
snap.
like 40 degrees,
Yeah, in like a day.
because it was like 70 yesterday,
Yeah.
and then we woke up with snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Welcome to Denver, everyone.
Yep. The Team Clearcoat weather report.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming at ya.
Only 2 weeks late.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Right. Yeah.
Really helpful for everyone.
Yeah. I wonder what the weather's going to be. Let me put on this podcast.
Yeah. But so I know that like battery replacement is a thing that you're supposed to be proactive about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I have never once in my life been proactive about battery replacement. It has always been a reactive situation.
Right. It's died and then you replace it.
You're like, oh, and then you do the math of like, oh God, how long have I had
guess
that?
Yeah. I call that tetanus math. Right? Because like you get a cut, right? And you're like right? You get a cut and you're like, "Oh, wait a second. I bought the house in 2009. Okay, still got a year. Got a year."
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
That's really funny. That's really funny. But yeah, you're exactly.
Tetanus math.
It's tetanus math.
Yeah.
And so, this morning I was doing tetanus math, and I was like, oh, God, it's been at least 5 years
Okay.
that I've had that battery.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, 5 years is pretty good for a battery.
It is. Yeah.
And not only that,
Uh-huh.
5 years in a Volkswagen
Yeah.
is like, that's insane in a Mark IV Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I started thinking about my poor battery.
Okay.
And how it had 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, whatever it was sitting on the shelf,
Right.
all full of hope and promise and potential energy.
Oh, I was going to say potential energy.
But it was all full of potential, and it had its whole
Energy.
life ahead of it.
It did.
And it was so excited.
Uh-huh.
And then I walked in the store,
Okay. All right.
and I was the one who bought it and put it in a Volkswagen, which is basically like 5 years for a battery in a Volkswagen with all its electrical
Yeah.
problems. And I've had 2 alternator issues
Right.
and all the nonsense that goes on in the electrical system of that car.
Right.
That's like a prison sentence for a battery.
It is. It is.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Whereas like I think in a normal car, 5 years would be like, it'd be like a 5-year marriage.
Okay. All right.
It's hard. It's work.
Okay.
But it's enjoyable, and there's things that are nice and everything else. Whereas mine is just like a fucking prison camp. Like, it's hard labor. That was a sentence that got handed down to that poor car.
Right.
Poor car battery.
You afflicted the battery with your car.
Right. And
Right.
then that got me thinking about like, I wonder if other components, like if they had like, because we talk a lot about like cars having sort of like anthropomorphized
Right. Yeah.
feelings or stuff. Like
Yeah.
we joke about that kind of thing. But we haven't talked about it like at the component level.
No, we haven't.
And so think about like a set of tires.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Like all just like imagining like they're probably imagining being on a Rolls Royce,
Right.
or even better yet, being a spare tire and being driven around,
right,
in
coddled
luxury.
Well,
right.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to think about this from like the sausage party perspective, where each thing wants to live the life that it was meant to.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So
I haven't
like
seen that movie, but yes.
Yeah, like the tire's like, all right, I have 85,000 miles in me.
Yep.
I will do my duty to.
And then ding, ding, ding. Ken Block walks through the door.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Lifespan shortened.
Right.
Like a high schooler getting a super bike for Christmas.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or there's maybe a headliner in the Subaru factory, sitting on the Subaru factory part shelf, and he's thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna go in a Legacy,
right,
Outback, and I'm gonna watch a family grow together,
exactly,
and I'm gonna be with the kid as he goes off to college, and no, he gets slapped into a WRX, and all he gets is vape smoke, and like, oh God, what's the song? Oh God, like the Papa Roach, like just right, Papa Roach,
yeah, yeah, just vape smoke and Slipknot, yeah, right, yeah.
That's another one, like car speakers,
Right. Oh yeah, like I am going to fulfill their world with music from across the globe,
news from around the globe.
Exactly, and it turns out that they're just listening to like Art Bell or Don Imus reruns or fucking Fish the whole time.
It's just like the 50 Shades of Grey audiobook on repeat for 10 years.
Just to a masturbating trucker. Why? Yeah. Why won't YouTube monetize our videos? Suitable for all advertisers. Sure am. I can check that box just as well as anybody else can.
But I think it's fun to think about. Like a part's bin,
right?
And then the part goes to a car that it's gonna get some abuse.
So when I had my Basset Hounds, I always for a day I wanted to like put my Fitbit on Mona, just to see like, she'd like somehow take like -8 steps,
right? And I'm pretty sure if you did that, an ambulance would just show up at your door,
right?
Like your Fitbit would just call the cops on you,
right. But like like you take the Fitbit out of the box, and it's like, all right, and then like it gets slapped on Mona,
Exactly.
So all it does is count farts instead of steps. Yeah. I like that. That's good. That's a good way to think about it. To enable personalization or anthropomorphize individual components of the car.
It worked. You got it out.
I tried.
You did it.
I tried.
But that does bring me to an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is a game that Ian and I play on the show. It's based on the classic game Fuck, Marry, Kill. But because we're not horrible, awful people that are monsters and awful like apparently the rest of the fucking world is, we don't play it with people because that's something gross and you shouldn't do it. We play it with cars.
Sometimes it's fun to play with people.
We play it with cars, Ian. In this game, F means you
drive it for a day.
You drive it for a day. You hit it and quit it. M means you marry it.
Put a ring on it.
It's your daily driver. K means you crush it. You do not drive it. You do not look at it. You do not get to enjoy the fruits of its automobile. All right. Ian.
Yes.
We're recording this one a little late for me.
I know we are.
Yeah.
So this one is called The Component Blues.
Okay.
And in this one, you're going to get a car, and then you're also going to get an attachment, a link to a particular component in that car.
Okay. All right.
So, the first one, Ford Raptor.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I should do browser things.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, the Ford Raptor. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want the V8? You want the EcoBoost?
EcoBoost, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So get you the new one.
Okay. All right.
So the new Ford EcoBoost Raptor, you have an emotional connection.
Okay.
You feel the pain and the joy and the sorrow of the shock absorbers.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, that truck is made for jumping dunes,
Correct.
so it's going to see some days.
Right.
Yeah,
So if you want to
okay.
keep the shock absorbers and by extension yourself in a good mood, you're going to end up using that truck in a way that is not meant to be used.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. Cadillac CTS-V.
Okay.
All right.
The sedan wagon.
The sedan. Let's go with the newer one.
Okay.
The cabin filter
Uh-huh.
is connected directly to your nose,
Okay.
as are the ventilated seats.
Ah, okay. All right.
Huh?
Well then, given my diet, that's not a good idea.
All right. The last one. Bugatti Chiron.
Okay. All right.
So this is the new Bugatti.
Yeah.
Your stomach is connected to the gas tank,
Ah.
and you feel hungrier the emptier the gas tank.
Okay.
And just for reference, I believe that the gas mileage, the cited gas mileage for the Bugatti Chiron is something like 10 miles to the gallon.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And again,
Yeah.
if you try to keep yourself from feeling hunger, you're not
Right.
going to be driving that car in the manner it was meant
No,
to be driven.
I would be driving like 3 blocks, filling it up. 3 blocks, filling it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did have some question when I was writing that about whether like it would be worse in reverse. Like if
Okay.
as you got hungrier, the gas tank emptied faster.
Okay.
Because I feel like you may consume calories more than that quad turbo W16 engine.
consumes gas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's still calories.
Yeah.
It's just calories.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
Calories is calories is calories.
I think I might. I could give it a run for its money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Just two-fisted taffy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Ian,
Mm-hmm.
have to kill the CTSV.
Okay.
Because I would not live given the methane that comes out of me
Yeah.
that would have to go back into me.
Correct.
You know.
Well, this is more just sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Smells.
Right,
Not necessarily.
The contents of the smells.
Yeah. I'm not.
Sure.
I'm not proposing some sort of human centipede
Right.
with your own car seat
Right.
scenario. That would just
Wow.
be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be crazy.
Writes note for next episode.
FMK cars.
Human centipede, but cars.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's when we need to quit the show. when we do that.
Right? You have a Tahoe sewed onto the grill of a
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Yeah.
I think you've chosen well.
And so then for a day, I am going to drive the Bugatti Chiron.
Chiron?
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 It's
Huh?
one of those.
It's one of those. I mean, I have to hear
I think it's
some
the Chiron.
Chiron. I have to hear somebody in a video pronounce it before I do.
Mhm.
So
Well, this is on video.
I'm going for a day. I'll have the Bugatti C word. So, and for that day, I will drive rapidly from Costco to Costco, where you can get gas and cheese pizza, and mediocre churros.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's what I'll
Interesting
do.
choice.
That's what I'll do. And then that means I'm going to marry the Ford Raptor,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take the abuse that the shock absorbers do.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think, I think there is some masochistic element to my personality, given like that, like you shove me in a gym and I'm like, let's do cardio for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that might actually be a good fit for me. Yeah. Yeah. And plus I kind of miss having a truck.
Yeah.
And I've never had like a big truck. At some point in my life, I think I'll have to have it. Obviously as like a second vehicle,
Right.
but at some point I want to have a big truck.
Yeah.
I'm from Missouri. I should have a big truck, right?
You should.
Yeah.
And I should have a friend with a big truck, so I endorse this option.
Right, exactly. And if I had to pick the big truck, like just right now from current market offerings, if I just had to pick a big truck to own, it'd be that goddamn Dodge Power Wagon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's true. You
Right?
did love that thing.
Yeah, I did.
You just were just at home in it. It was so funny.
Right? Yeah, that I just got in and it like the whole thing closed around me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They were like, "Oh, welcome, show me state native."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've always been in the Power Wagon.
Exactly, right? Yeah, I get in and the mirrors are like, "Oh, he's here." The anthropomorphized mirrors. He's the one. The legend. I'm like Neo from the Matrix inside a Dodge Power Wagon. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I loved when we drove it at that off-road event, and Nick, the rep from
Dodge,
Ram, was like, "Okay, when we go around this turn, put your foot in it and don't let up until I tell you." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." And he was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Yeah. What? And I like screamed like,
"Bitch, I'm from Missouri."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that's
like,
that was a direct quote.
Yeah. It's like, that's not a problem, Nick. Yeah. In fact, I may frighten you because Ian peed a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, I had the rubberized floor mats, so it was all good.
Yeah. So, anyway, what would you do with that one, Ian?
That one's tough. I think I would probably also crush the Cadillac.
Okay.
And then I would flip the other two though. I would marry the Chiron.
Okay. What would you do for a day in the Raptor?
Do for a day in the Raptor?
Yeah.
I would just jump it and cry. Just jump, cry. Okay. I think that's what you do with that, I think, right?
Okay. Yeah. And then you'd marry the Chiron?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the old website Crying While Eating?
No.
It was just this place where people would upload videos of themselves crying while eating. And it was hilarious. It was like crying while eating grapes. It's just like this person just sobbing. And there was one like somebody sitting at a piano like with like a bowl of spaghetti crying while they ate it. Like, it was all just in jest.
Wow.
But
okay.
yeah, like you crying while driving.
Yeah.
Crying
while jumping.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I like that. That's a good one. Speaking of big trucks, Ian, our wonderful friend of the show, Matt, has sent us an FMK cars. Hello, Matt.
Hello, Mr. Matt.
I
have not read it.
I miss Matt. I want to get him back on the show. Matt, come to Colorado.
I agree with that.
So Matt here of King Ranch fame, Matt here sent an email. I'll read it to you. Here's a fun one. FMK, my next daily driver. I'm having a hard time deciding.
Oh.
All right. Some notes. I have a strong interest in electric vehicles, but refuse to go hybrid. If you're going in, go all in, right? I don't need much space. I have a truck, King Ranch.
I thought he doesn't have the King Ranch anymore. He has he's got a Dodge of some sort.
Okay, all right. I like to autocross and will likely use this car for street class with no expectations for national success.
Okay.
Okay? Matt is an award-winning SCCA solo driver,
yes.
right? Budget $7,000 to $10,000. Existing stable. Oh, you're correct. Ram 2500 crew cab, NB Miata track car, and an E36 Lemons car. FMK. Nissan Leaf.
Right.
Okay. Here, let me do a little browser cleanup and pull up some pictures for the good people. Nissan Leaf.
That was the first thing that came to mind.
Me too. I have a friend of mine that has one, that just recently bought one. Yeah. And because they're quite affordable now.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Nissan Leaf.
Okay.
He says it does not pass the wife test.
Okay.
All right? Yeah. So
we could body kit that one.
Okay. All right. Miata, because Miata is always the answer.
Yeah.
But
that's a terrible idea for a daily driver for Matt.
Okay. All right.
Because
Matt's like what, 6'4", 6'5"?
No, I think he's I don't know, Matt, how tall you are, but I think you're like 6'2" maybe. And it's not that because he has the Miata, and that used to be his daily driver, which was crazy.
Okay.
But I don't think he could not modify it. Is the problem?
Oh, okay.
I don't think that lasts in stock form for more than 6 weeks.
Okay. All right.
So that's the problem with that one.
Okay. Then lastly, this one's interesting. The Toyota MR Spider.
Huh.
Right? The weird little Toyota
Yeah.
MR2 that everyone wants to forget existed.
Yeah.
Right? But I think it's kind of cool.
I do too.
Right?
These
Yeah.
are all very different
And
cars.
so he says for the MR Spider, good candidate for an EV motor swap.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Because you got space in the front for all the batteries and
Yeah.
yeah.
I honestly would say my first pick would be the Leaf. So
Okay.
I think my answer here is to crush the Miata
Okay.
because, again, you already have one, and we know how that one turned out. It turned out as a track car,
Uh-huh.
and this one would quickly become modified and become fast.
Okay.
That's
All
just
right.
what would happen.
Okay.
I think for a day, the Mr. 2 Spider,
Okay. The Mr. 2. Uh-huh.
because I feel like that would I don't know. I'm slightly skeptical of like homebrew electric car projects,
Right. Right.
right?
Yeah.
And maybe this is me projecting my own bad mechanical abilities onto people.
Yeah.
But when you start talking about
Definitely.
like,
Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah.
When you start talking about like large amounts of voltage
right.
going through
That
something
you wired.
that you wired in or you are now piloting down the road at 70 miles an hour,
Right.
I don't know, man.
Leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Okay.
So, but I think I would be interested to see what that would be like
yeah. Yeah.
for a short period of time while I'm wearing fireproof clothes.
Okay.
So that
All
would
right.
be for a day, and then I think, honestly, I think the Nissan Leaf is your best bet for
I-
a daily driver.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I think the Nissan Leaf is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other thing that I could think of that would be a proper candidate or competitor for it would be the Fiat 500 electric version.
Right, but I think that was California only.
There's one in Colorado. I work at a site that has one plugged in all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder how much those are. I don't know how much they are
Yeah.
in resale.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be
I
a good.
I doubt those have dropped to under 10,000 by now.
I think, but I think a lot of those California only ones, like, because there was the Focus too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't know about like support for those.
Right,
Like,
right.
how do you get those serviced?
Yeah, what the dealer would say.
Yeah.
things
If you
like
have to
that.
like ship it to California every time you need a
Right.
service.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, secondhand electric cars are a really interesting proposition.
Right.
Especially
Yeah.
the Leaf, because the Leaf really is
Yeah.
super cheap now for
It
what it
is.
is.
Yeah.
'Cause that was like a $40,000 car,
Yeah.
like 5 years ago.
Yeah. And I'm like people have tons of modifications for them, like
Yeah.
complete solar roofs for them, things like that. I mean, like if I had an electric car, I could plug it in and charge it for free on 220 at work. For free.
Yeah.
Right? Ian, I go to Costco like every 4 days in the Infinity, right? That's like $50. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a lot of money that I'm spending on gas. My car turns dinosaurs into fun,
Yeah.
and I'm paying for it,
But it's fun.
but it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fun costs money.
it does.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But I could also
What have we learned here?
Exactly. I could
Nothing.
also have a Nissan Leaf for all those days where I want something boring to drive and to charge it for free. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're spending, how much do you spend a month in gas?
I don't know. I'll have to tally it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many months would you have to own a Nissan Leaf for that with
Right.
free charging before
Right.
that makes sense?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah, ROI baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, ROIL, Royal on that Leaf. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So Matt, you should buy a Leaf,
yep.
and then figure out a way to modify it and improve.
Like plasti dip it some insane like pearlescent color.
That's what you do. Is
Yeah.
because his brother is this really brilliant artist.
Oh, is he? Okay.
I think you should have Dylan, his brother, create a custom wrap
That would be awesome.
for the Leaf.
Yeah.
And,
Print it on vinyl and apply it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Done and done.
Yeah. All right.
Should have come to us sooner. Don't follow our advice.
Never take our advice.
No one who has ever like asked our advice on cars has ever followed it.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is for the best.
Right. You're exactly right.
But we're batting 0.
Yeah.
0% success rate.
Right. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It doesn't hurt. I don't care.
Ian, I
don't take it personally.
I saw something while my girlfriend and I saw something while we were driving around last weekend, maybe.
Oh, if only we had a venue for you to tell me about such things.
I know, right? And then maybe some kind of thing where we could talk about it and have dialogue and discourse.
Interesting.
I know, right?
Oh, hi, people.
Hello. So we were driving around. We were downtown.
Can we both sit jauntily?
Yeah, let's do that. We were both
sit jauntily.
We both because we were in the same car. We were leaving the downtown Denver Christmas market German thing.
Oh, we went there. Yeah.
Right on.
We got a giant pretzel.
Yeah, pretzels. They're not hot. I want a hot pretzel.
Oh, we got a hot pretzel.
We didn't get a hot pretzel. It was a lukewarm pretzel.
Well,
it's a pretzel of deception. Yeah. Maybe what?
Did you say Danke?
Yeah.
Maybe your Danke wasn't.
I ran up to him and I said, "Darf ich meine Bleistift spitzen bitte?" And he was like, "There's no place for you to sharpen your pencil here."
Yeah, that's probably why we got a lukewarm pretzel. Came out of his pants.
we were leaving, and there was a gentleman sitting next to us in a Dodge Journey, your favorite car, and he was having a snack, eating a snack, reaching into a little bag, having a snack. And we both kind of look at it because we're trying to tell what he's eating. Turns out this dude has just crunched up a packet of ramen noodles and is eating them dry out of the bag.
What?
Yeah. And so this, obviously we were both like, what the hell, right? And later, through some Googling, right? This is one of those things that you see that you queue up a Google search.
What was your Google search?
Do people eat dry ramen? Yeah, a lot of people eat dry ramen.
What do they do with the flavor packet?
Sometimes they sprinkle it over the dry noodles.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's safe. It won't kill you because the noodles are pre-cooked.
Just noodles, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I guess it's like eating like lo mein.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Some people crunch them up and put them on salads and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I know.
Never knew that.
So, this has been one of those weird things that we see people eating while they're driving.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the salad in the wooden bowl.
Oh yeah. No, that's a clear winner.
Yeah.
This is a fucking competition.
Absolutely, it is. What is it?
I'm looking at people in cars so much better than you. Ian,
you see crazier shit than I do.
I feel like I see.
Let me have this one, Dave.
No. The salad bowl is the craziest. The salad bowl beats the Bob Marley VW badge.
I don't think so.
I do. I think I see less crazy shit, but more of it. I think you see like the weirdest shit, but distilled. Yeah. We
did see yesterday a gentleman in a pick-em-up truck, guzzling a tall boy of Corona.
Oh God!
In front of the police station.
Oh,
like as he was driving past the police station. So we were on Washington. And there's the police station right there.
Oh, don't do that.
It's
don't
a 2-lane one-way road. So it's like a little neighborhood street, like, 30 miles an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
And he passed us just like
no, don't.
Like a full 40, I couldn't tell if it was a 40 or a tall boy. It was somewhere like a 24-ouncer or something.
Okay.
Of Corona.
Wow. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And then he stalled his truck. It was like a stick Tacoma or something.
Yeah.
And he stalled it at the stoplight.
Well, yeah.
Really working on that being conspicuous. His window was down.
Man. Yeah.
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 He was just saying it was weird. He was leaning out his car window saying, "Please arrest me."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Thought that was a bad choice, but you know.
The noodle munching man, Ian, as he is now known, brings me to an FMK Cars.
Yeah.
Ian,
Yes.
this one's called Why Would You Drive That? Why would you eat that? Awful cars and awful foods to eat while driving.
Oh.
I'm sorry for what I'm about to put you through.
Oh no.
Ian. First up,
Yes.
Dodge Journey. Dry ramen. This is the only food you can eat in this car.
Okay. Now, can I only eat in the car? Can I have meals outside the car?
You can have meals outside the car, but you spend a lot of time on the road.
Okay.
And you're going to be snacky.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
Just say you have the appetite of me in the car.
The thing about the ramen noodles, it's not so much that it's crazy to eat the ramen noodles, I think, as much as in the car I would feel like that would be really messy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like really messy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're just essentially, it's crumbs. You're eating crumbs.
You're eating crumbs. Yeah. Yeah. You know that chip dust in the bottom of the bag?
Right.
Might as well just have an entire bag of that.
Right.
Right.
But in a container that is ill-suited for containing those crumbs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
That does not stand up on its own.
No.
Yeah. Right? Okay. All right. Up next, Ian, I'm giving you a Nissan Rogue.
Killing me.
Do you know do you know what your food is for this one?
Is it a salad bowl?
Gazpacho.
Gazpacho?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you get to eat cold tomato-based soup while you're in a Nissan Rogue. Do you like gazpacho?
I do, actually.
Yeah, I've had
But, I mean, while driving, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay, lastly, Ian.
You just wanted to say gazpacho.
I did.
Okay.
I did. I started with that and I worked my way back. BMW.
This whole thing has just been an excuse for you to say the word gazpacho on the internet.
It is. Ian.
We're wrapping up after tonight.
Yep, that's it. That's it. It's been a long road. Lastly, Ian, BMW X6. I'm not even going to give you the M.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that to you. I'm
Okay.
mean. I'm not that mean. What you get with this, Ian, is Ethiopian food. You like Ethiopian food?
I love Ethiopian food.
You eat it with your hands.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yep.
messy.
You get that spongy bread injera.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
Right? It's
really
so good. Right?
It's really good.
Stretchy, and there's just like a slight lemony hit to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they always give you those lentils.
Oh, yeah.
The
in like
lentils
the
are
3 different colors typically.
So good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love them. Yeah. I love Ethiopian food.
I do too. I haven't eaten it in forever.
Yeah, I haven't.
Let's leave right now.
Okay, let's go get Ethiopian. Shut it down. Yeah. I think we have a screen just for that. Let me see here. Yeah, is there an Ethiopian screen? Yeah, no.
No. Okay.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to. Man, Ethiopian sounds good.
Right?
So here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Is that if you had given me good cars,
Uh-huh.
I think in a way this would be more difficult.
Okay. All right. Because it's easy to kill any of these, right?
Well, not only that, but I'm not going to feel bad about ruining the interior of any of these cars.
Gotcha. Okay. Uh-huh.
Whereas if you had given me like a Rolls Royce,
right, or
with
like
Ethiopian food, that would be agonizing.
Maybe that like Mercedes E92 that we drove or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The E43.
E43. Yes.
So I am going to.
I remembered 92 because it was $92,000.
You're right. It was.
Yeah.
You're right. It was.
Yeah.
That interior was gorgeous though. All right. So I am going to marry the X6.
Okay.
With the Ethiopian food.
You're gonna marry that.
I know.
In an X6, you.
I know. If it was the M, I don't think I could do it. But I will do the X6. And here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right.
Is that is so messy that I'm just gonna smear the side windows so that way I can't see reflections of myself.
Okay. All right.
Any, because like when you drive in the city, you see the reflection of the car that you're in.
Yeah, coming off like plate glass windows.
Right.
And stuff. Yeah.
And in that, I'd just be like, every time.
Right.
Who's that moron?
Uh-huh.
Who bought that stupid car?
Okay.
So I'm gonna fix that problem.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna be eating delicious Ethiopian food.
And just have a glove box full of lentils.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like drape Injera over the nav screen. Just tear some off as I
You
need
could
it.
use the seat heaters to warm it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just aim the windshield sprayer nozzles, and I'll just have like the Ethiopian beer in there. And just like, and
There you go.
Spray it into my mouth.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Yeah, nice.
And then.
So you have a Dodge Journey and ramen, or the Nissan Rogue. And what was the food I gave you with that?
The Journey was the ramen, and
Yeah.
the Rogue was the gazpacho.
Gazpacho. Uh-huh.
I feel like eating gazpacho like repeatedly would be bad for the tum-tum.
Right. Gazpacho is one of those foods you want to have like once a year.
Yeah.
You want to get your yearly gazpacho.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, that's a lot of acid
It is.
in the old
yeah.
tum.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't want a Journey, but I also don't want a Rogue.
See, this is where the tingle starts working.
So for a day, I will drive the Rogue, and I will crush the Journey like
Ladies and
so many dry ramen noodles.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the sound, it just makes that crunching.
And it's like super satisfying as it happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you find those crunching sounds satisfying?
Of course I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. Unless you don't want them to happen.
Okay. All right.
Like if you need to break something up, then
Right.
yeah, it's very satisfying. Like breaking up firewood,
Okay.
that's super satisfying. Or splitting logs, like that's a super satisfying sound, I feel like.
Okay. All right. I don't, it doesn't really have any traction with me,
The
but
sound of progress, my man. I don't know.
So I was out at this Indian restaurant down on, it's a what's it called? It's a biryani place down on Arapahoe. It's really good.
I don't know.
And you know how in a lot of Indian restaurants their dosas will like hang off the plate, right?
Yeah.
And so they had a dosa, and my buddy Steven was sitting across the table, and we were gonna break up the dosa, and he hadn't had one before, and a coworker of mine named Kushbu was sitting next to me, and she said, do you want some of this or something like that? Because I think maybe we were packing it up to go, and we were about to start breaking it up, and he was like, no, that's okay, but I do want to hear you break. I do want to hear you break it up.
That's
And
hilarious.
so it crunched, you know, because it's a little dry on the outside, and he was like, yeah, yeah, and that was the first time I realized that people like there are some people that find that kind of sound satisfying.
Yeah.
You know, and I know there's that whole ASMR stuff where like people talk like this and they
Right.
scratch on Kleenex boxes and stuff. But the crunching sound being satisfying, that was a new thing to me. That was a new thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think anytime you're doing anything with like I'm going to start and then I'm going to finish, and then there's some sort of auditory thing with that, I think it's always even like the door close. You know, like the whole famous like the Porsche door click
Right.
thing.
Yes.
I think that's the same thing.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I do find door thunks very satisfying. Yeah. The one on Dusty Rusty, the Saab, still amazing.
It is really good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the of course the Infinity, you know. Yeah,
right.
It's very good. Yeah.
What else do we have to talk about?
We have another My Eyes, speaking of stuff you see. Tell me about the conflicting bumper stickers that you saw.
Oh, right.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So this is a phenomenon. I think it's probably pretty prevalent in Denver. I feel like we have a high percentage of people with bumper stickers.
Stickers on the cars, yeah.
Stickers.
Which I think is funny because we're starting to see some dispensary stickers, which I think is hilarious. And we've seen brewery stickers forever. Like people just plaster their fucking cars with brewery stickers.
Yeah, the dispensary sticker might as well just be a sticker that says, I never drive this car out of state.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because I can't imagine driving through Kansas with a dispensary sticker on the back of your car.
Yeah.
And Colorado plates.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Right?
You might as well just drive with your hands behind your back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just teeth on the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb idea.
Right.
But occasionally, and I don't know if this is like multiple owners or just people with being confused.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I love it when you see conflicting political messages
on
one car.
Okay, all right.
And so I saw one. Jenny and I saw one in the Target parking lot the other day, and they had a "Who is John Galt" sticker, which is a sticker that idiots really like about because it's an Ayn Rand reference. It's like a libertarian thing. To broadcast to people as they drive down the public road, that was financed with taxpayer dollars,
right?
That they don't think that the public should spend money on things,
right?
But right underneath it, like seriously, it was "Where is John Galt?" and then right underneath it, Rocky Mountain National Park.
Right?
I mean,
right?
The best.
Yeah.
The best. If you don't know why that is ironic, ask someone to explain it to you. But basically, if you're a hardcore libertarian Ayn Rand person, you don't think the federal government should be spending money on national parks.
Right. Setting
for
aside
instance.
land. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And it's like, well, who do you think fucking paid for the Rocky Mountain National Park sticker that you have?
Exactly.
Let alone the park.
Right. Right. The park for you to enjoy.
People are fucking idiots.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I think I brought this up to you the other day.
And I just riffed one.
And you riffed one. And have you actually seen this combination in the wild?
I'm sure it's out there, but I said a coexist sticker along with a native sticker.
So if anyone doesn't know what that reference is, so the coexist sticker we're familiar with. Everyone's seen that with all the different religious symbols together, and it spells out coexist, which is a sticker that actually says, I'm pretty great, aren't I?
I did see a parody of that one that had all the religious symbols that said "eat a dick."
Pretty funny. All right. So, but the native sticker is a thing that's Colorado. So
yeah.
And it's super stupid. So there's this whole thing about native Coloradans.
Yep.
And all this
smugness attached to it.
There's a definite smugness, and it's part of it is that the state is growing so quickly, and there's a lot of people from, especially like California and Texas and the Midwest coming here.
Right.
And it's a little. I always think like even if you're like 4 or 5 generations, it's a little much to be like, I'm a native Coloradan.
Right. Right.
Like. Motherfucker, you're from England. Like you're not native Colorado. Yeah, shut up.
None of us are native anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And plus, like I don't know, like you didn't decide where you're fucking born, right?
Right.
Right. You pick where you live as an adult.
Right.
Right.
And so it's tied up in a lot of this like anti-immigration thing because there's also a undercurrent of it, which is like because we have a large Hispanic population that's kind of booming now.
Yeah.
And has been for years and years and years. So that's part of it too, which is why it's a little gross and it's a little ironic to see it next to a coexist sticker.
Right.
So
yeah.
Anyway, Colorado politics. That's
that's
that hour done.
Right.
But so if you see examples of conflicting bumper stickers, send those to us.
Yeah, I want to see them. Yeah.
They're
or
hilarious.
just straight up any crazy bumper sticker combination you see. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. I always thought bumper stickers were very useful in identifying people that I didn't want to be friends with.
Yeah, as in if you have a bumper sticker on your car.
Yeah. And we see them all the time. Like every day probably you see like one of those cars. If you live in like an urban environment, see a fair amount of traffic in a day, you could easily see one of those cars a day that just has just a shitload of stickers. Right. And it started with one.
Yeah.
Right. They were like, all right, boom, sticker. And then it just spiraled from there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Lay's potato chips of the car world.
Yeah.
Right.
My favorite one that I see that I'm like, oh well, I can check this person off my list is the Keep Calm and Chive On.
Oh yeah.
Stickers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, why would you broadcast to people what slightly smutty website you visit on a regular basis?
Yeah. What disgusting website you're. Yeah.
Like.
Right.
I just don't understand why you would feel the need to do that.
Right.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Also, the gentleman that I saw that was drinking the beer had a anti-gun control sticker on the back of his car. And it literally said, and I'm not making this up, so this is an example of the bumper sticker conflicting with the behavior of the owner.
Right.
It actually said self-control, and then underneath it it said not gun control.
Oh.
So he was advocating for self-control
right.
while drinking and driving.
Yeah. Fantastic. Ian, we have to make noises for the podcast listeners to go with your hand motions.
I know.
Right? Yeah. Otherwise, they just hear dead air. And they think that we passed out in the
Ian's
blanket
gesticulating again.
Yeah, that's right. Listener, what you realize is that what you now would see is...
Wait, is this... Do we not have...
David Attenborough type narration?
For the visually impaired going on? Like descriptions?
We should, Ian. I like that.
We really should.
Yeah. Okay.
His hair looks ridiculous as always.
Dave is taking his jaunty sidearm position.
It looks like Dave is getting sleepy.
He's turned into the crypt keeper. Ian.
I think we should talk about the new McLaren.
Okay.
Which is not new by the time you're listening to this.
Not at all.
And honestly, I don't know that much about it.
Okay. Has that stopped us from talking about anything?
Nope. I mean, that's really the whole theme of the thing. We don't know what we're talking about, but we do it anyway.
Exactly.
Other than the fact that it looks pretty gross.
Yep.
Pretty weird.
Uh-huh.
A little overwrought.
Yep.
But I do have an FMK card written for it, so I wanted I wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be amazing. It's really cool. The big thing is that it's the McLaren Senna. It's named after Ayrton Senna.
Right.
Which is a great excuse to talk about the amazing documentary about his life.
I've watched it. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's an amazing documentary.
Really good.
Like the political bullshit in F1 at that era, which I'm sure is in any era, was insane.
Yeah.
Insane. The drivers faced a lot of hardships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
this is on McLaren's website that I'm showing on the video here.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I did want to do an FMK cars.
Okay.
Based on this news.
Okay. All right.
And it is called Introducing the all-new Kia Mr. Dave.
Okay. All right.
Car models named after people.
Oh, okay.
So most car makes
are
named after people.
Exactly. Right.
Ford, Lincoln,
Chrysler,
Porsche.
Yep.
All of those, right?
Yep.
All the Toyota.
But
there are fewer car models that
right.
are named after a person.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do some of these.
Okay.
We're going to start it off, and this is going to be just straight up.
Okay.
Fiat Dino.
Okay.
Which was named after Enzo Ferrari's son.
Okay.
It was determined that it was not Ferrari enough to be a Ferrari. So it was
made of Fiat.
It was a Fiat.
Okay.
So that's the Fiat
That's
Dino.
a beautiful car.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that's not to be confused with just the Dino, which was mid-engine, right? And then there's the Nissan Cedric, which was actually named after.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you to do the 1965 Nissan Cedric Special.
Okay. Yeah. 1965.
And go special.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
That guy right there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at those headlights. That's so cool. Okay.
I love that. I love the lines of that.
Who is this named after?
It is actually named after a character in a novel. So kind of cheating a little bit here, but it's it's such a cool car.
Yeah. Fender mirrors and all.
Yeah. It's really cool. And then the last one, 1996.
Okay.
Lotus Elise.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who this is named after?
I do not.
This is named after the granddaughter of the chairman of Lotus.
Okay.
Which I thought it was actually like the granddaughter of he was Italian. That's what it was.
Okay.
For some reason I thought it was like the Prime Minister of Italy.
Okay.
No. It was the granddaughter of the chairman of the company.
Okay. All right. Ian, I have to kill the Elise. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a convertible. I can't fit in it. I've driven the later one. Yeah.
You drove the Exige though, right? The hardtop.
No, I drove the convertible.
Oh,
It
you
was
did
the
drive the
Elise.
convertible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Toyota VVTi.
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, yeah, it handles ungodly, but
Yeah.
I had to wedge my shin and leg up against the transmission tunnel, which is like 90-degree angle aluminum. Yeah. And my dumb head stuck up out the top of it. So
That's
I
funny.
was my own roll bar.
Yeah.
So I have to kill that one. For a day, I am definitely driving the Nissan Cedric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I would pick people up, like I would be an Uber and Lyft driver, and I like in a Nissan Cedric.
I like it.
Yeah. It's so stately. You have to drive other people in it.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a
you're
car
right.
that demands passengers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I think it's fantastic.
Oh,
looking. I
it's
love it.
amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm definitely going to marry the Fiat Dino. I love that car.
I've always loved those cars.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
They're so cool.
Yeah. What would you do?
I think I
Similar?
would do the exact same thing.
Okay. Nice.
I think you've
Nice.
chosen exactly correctly.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have an FMK cars for you. I actually have two.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
So, Ian, this one is called FMK Cars. So long, fuckers! Cars that ended production in 2017.
Oh.
When you hear this as a listener, it will probably be our last episode for 2017.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Ian, these are cars that are no longer made. They're not coming with us into the new year.
Okay.
All right? First up,
Is this just straight up?
straight up, Ian.
Okay.
Lincoln. You know what it is?
MKZ?
MKS.
MKS.
All right, that's the one based on the Taurus.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay, second. We're sticking in the Ford ecosystem. Ford. C-Max
Yeah.
Energy.
Yep.
Okay? This is their weird, gross little
Yeah.
thing.
It did not sell well.
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Okay? Then
Is the Energy, is that one a hybrid or is it full electric?
I think it's full electric.
Full electric. Okay.
Lastly, Ian, Smart
Okay.
4.2.
Yeah.
Not coming with us into 2018. That's perfectly fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What would you do, buddy? FMK.
You've not given me
No.
great options here.
No. No. In the previous FMK cars or this one.
Yeah.
Why do you think I wrote you a third?
I'm going to marry the MKS.
Okay.
That
yeah.
one seems the least
I actually
terrible.
kind of like it. I wonder if you could get a good one for, like, you know.
I think it's not good looking.
Yeah.
I'm going to crush the C-Max Energy.
Okay.
Energy.
Uh-huh.
And for a day, I will drive the Smart 4.2,
Okay.
but I will put a Hayabusa engine.
No, Ian, you can't do
Can
that.
I put a Hayabusa engine?
No.
Can I have a Hayabusa
Nope.
engine?
Nope. It's either the Smart 4.2 or a Toyota RAV4 with a salad bowl.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the hidden kicker.
We can't make a decision.
Right.
All right, I'll drive the Smart 4.2 for a day.
Okay. All right. I think you, me, road trip. Smart 4.2.
Hayabusa engine.
Can you imagine how fast things would break down if you and I were in a Smart 4.2?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah. I would be at 11.
Horrendous.
And I would be this close to you. Yeah. Yeah. We'd basically be sitting in the same seat in that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would not be good.
Ian?
What would you do with that
I
nonsense?
I
that you
would
just gave me?
definitely kill the 4.2. I would marry the Lincoln, and for a day I would drive the Ford C-Max Energy, and
I think it's Energy.
Energy.
I think that's how it's spelled.
I don't know. Yeah, and then I just regret every choice that led up to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
Okay. What's
Ian.
this? What's this other one you have? It better be good.
Ian. As a last hurrah for 2017, which
Okay. was a year.
it was a year.
It's the most charitable thing we can say about it.
Yeah, I feel so messed up about the year because the things close to me are good. Like my friends, my incredible girlfriend, you know, like that kind of stuff, you know, it's good. All the shit out there is bad, right? So in my little
Not sure what
bubble,
you're referring to.
yeah, my little bubble, some things are good.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, it's been a mixed year.
Correct.
But it's the first full year that you and I have been automotive journalists.
Oh, that's true.
Yep, and we need to pay our dues. Yes. They talked about it at the meeting that I went to.
Oh, like literally we have to pay our dues.
We have to pay our dues.
Like literal dues.
Yeah, not emotional. Yeah. We'll pay.
I thought you were talking about figurative, like,
nope.
You got to pay your dues.
No. We actually have to give money to them so we can keep doing fun stuff.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Ian. This FMK Cars is just called Favorite Things That We Drove This Year. These are some of our favorite cars that we drove this year.
Okay.
Ian?
Yes.
I want you to FMK.
Okay.
First up, Lexus GSF.
Yeah.
Right?
God, such a interesting car.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
Lexus GSF. 4,000 RPM, man.
Yeah.
Right? Mercedes.
The E43?
Nope. C63S.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
I do remember that.
How insane was that?
That thing was crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How the traction control light might as well have just been constantly lit.
Yeah.
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 It was insane. And then lastly, Alpha
I was hoping this was going to
Romeo.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the 4-cylinder turbo version.
Okay.
Julia. I know that we loved both of them.
Yeah.
Only one of us got to drive the best one. And this is a quadrifiglio I'm showing you, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The all-wheel drive 2-liter.
Yep.
It drove really, really nicely.
FMK, buddy.
And I think it drove better than the GSF.
But what would you want to live with?
But what would I want to live with? That's a really tough one.
It is.
It's really tough.
That's why I didn't make it the quadrifiglio, because that just pushed it over the edge.
I think I'm going to crush the Mercedes.
Okay.
Even though it's far and away the fastest car.
And bananas.
It's bananas fast.
Yeah.
And it was the coupe, too. And
Yeah.
it had like those that outrageous yellow stripe and those pretty horrendous wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were pretty
I would have to peel the stripe off of it day one.
I didn't mind the stripe. The wheels were just too much.
Yeah.
But and I know this is a total cliche or whatever, but like it did feel kind of clinical and cold.
Right.
You could get in it and just be bonkers fast in it.
Right.
Just right away.
No experience whatsoever. Yeah.
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 But it wasn't that rewarding, and I feel like on the road it would be even less rewarding.
Okay.
Because you would be using so little of it.
Okay.
Whereas that Alpha, we were driving on mountain roads.
Right.
And we could be full throttle in it.
Yep.
And the Lexus is the same way, where it's like that could be rewarding every day.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
For sure.
Even though the Lexus is horrendously overpriced.
It is. Yeah.
So now I got to choose between the Lexus and the Alpha.
Okay. All right. Killing the Mercedes.
I think the correct answer is to marry the Lexus.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that's what I want to do.
Okay. No, talk me through it.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Because the actual like inputs of the Alpha are like way better, I think, than the Lexus. Like way the steering feels, the brake pedal,
right?
And even the way the throttle responds, even though it's a 2-liter turbo, is really good.
It is,
and it sounds pretty good for a 2-liter turbo.
It does, yeah. It's got a weird rasp to it.
Yeah. But the interior is
garbage. Hot garbage.
It's hot garbage.
Yeah, they basically shoveled garbage into the car and told you to sit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lexus interior is very nice.
It is very nice.
It's not $86,000 nice.
It's not. But all the fonts are the same.
All the fonts are the same, and it's going to work.
Yeah.
And that V8 is pretty entertaining.
It's a lot of fun, right?
And I can do burnouts in it. All right, I'm marrying the Lexus.
Wow.
And I'm going to drive the Alpha for a day.
Okay. All right. I like that. Ian. I think I would drive the Alpha for a day for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and I would carry a Sharpie with me, or a thing of whiteout, and I would just start whiting out all of the things, including stuff on the nav screen that conflicted from a design perspective, because there's a lot.
Yeah,
There's a lot,
Ugh,
right?
really bad. Yeah.
I think I would. I'm kind of conflicted between the Mercedes and the Lexus. So
Yeah, that is an interesting comparison, those two.
yeah, I think I might kill the Mercedes like you did as well, because at its core, I need a sedan. I want a wagon or a hatchback, but I settle for sedan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, the thing that there's 100 things to like about this Lexus. The interior's great, the V8 howl, the styling, it actually all works on this car.
It does. It looks really good in the flesh. Like
it does, yeah.
The
and
proportions are right.
And it's somewhat unassuming too, so it can still be a little bit of a sleeper.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing that I really didn't like about it was how they're starting to kind of, quote, improve handling with under hard acceleration with technology. Like when I accelerate in my old man Infiniti sedan, because of the era, right? It has a lot of technology in it, but it doesn't have the kind of technology that hardens up the rear suspension while you're accelerating, so you don't feel that sway back, right? In the Lexus, whenever you hit it, you just fucking went.
Yeah.
Right? You just sailed. You didn't feel that roll back, that analog kind of feel that comes with acceleration.
I think the Mercedes has even less of that feel, though.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, which is why I killed it, right? But whatever that fuse is on the Lexus, I want to pull it, because that would just push it over the finish line for me. It really would, you know? So it's like, I understand why, and yes, it's probably the safest thing to have, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, and you stay in the most control, you know, when the car is like that, and you're putting down the best traction you can.
Right.
But that little bit of roll back under acceleration is fun. I like that feel.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I don't know. So I think I would marry the Lexus and live with that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. You know? And I've been thinking about this car a lot, and I've been thinking about my old man sedan and how there's nothing in anybody's lineup right now that is the equivalent of my M45.
That right there.
It's not. That's smaller than my M45.
Is it?
It is. The interior is smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Obviously, it has more power.
Yeah.
But the interior is smaller. And the car itself is smaller, right?
Yeah.
And so, like...
Is your car bigger than a 5 Series?
It is. It's between like a 5 Series and a 7 Series.
Oh,
right?
that's true.
Yeah. And so everybody makes this like the 3 Series fighter, the 5 Series fighter, and the 7 Series fighter.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Model S.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's about as big as your car, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Lower, but yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Model S. Huh. Somebody buy me a Model S, please. Yeah. Yeah. P100D, please.
Yeah. And
Thank
I think
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
Well, what about, the Charger, but I guess that's about 5 Series size too, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't do it.
Mm.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah. But that GSF, man. Yeah. Right?
It got under my skin more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad we were both excited to drive it. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, looking back on the year, we've had some good times. You know?
Yeah.
Right?
They were okay.
Ian, it's time for nostalgia. Ian, turn on the nostalgia button for 1 minute for the show.
Never. Ian. I pulled that fuse years ago.
Well, I had a fantastic time this year.
It was one of my favorite days when I pulled that fuse. Wait, hold on.
Ha ha! There's a backup. Yeah, I messed with the wiring. Yeah, no, but we had some good times this year.
We have had good times.
We did. We made a lot of shows.
We did. You shouldn't listen to all of them.
No, we made one Pacifica ice cream video.
That's the best thing we did all year.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is.
If you haven't watched that, go on YouTube, watch our Pacifica video.
Yeah.
It's the best thing we've done all year.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are we ready to end?
I think we're ready to end. Ian, bidding 2017 and adieu.
Yeah. And a hearty fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then gird our loins for 2018.
Yeah. And here's to keeping all the people that we love close to us during that time.
Absolutely.
Right? So listeners, rate and review us on iTunes.
Yeah, that was
right?
like a maudlin end to
the
show.
I know, right? Trying to end on an up note here, Ian. I gave you cars you like to soothe the wounds of Rogue. Ian?
Anyway, rate and review us on iTunes.
Yes.
TeamClearCoat.com is our website.
Yep.
You can find all the things there.
Do that.
Have a very good new year.
Yep.
We will see you in 2018.
We will. Haven't gotten rid of us yet, Internet. All right.
Yet.
We love you.
Goodbye.